Okay, so let's proceed. So let's move on to next type of problems in your Z transform. Is it audible? Board is visible here?
Yes, sir.
We are on the question. For the given sequence x of n, for the given sequence x of n, obtain the Z transform, obtain the Z transform, and also mention its ROC. For the given sequence, obtain the Z transform and also mention the ROC for each sequences. ROC means region of convergence. Okay. Yeah. So the question will be given like this. So you can check out. So till now you did individually, right? So they may give you a combination of all three together. So tell me how many properties involved in this? How many properties you have?
Three individual properties, sir.
Three individual properties. Good. So you know that what is delta function? Then you know it is like a power n into u of n form. Then you have a power n into u of minus n minus 1 form. Okay. So we'll try to write individually first. Then we'll combine all together in the final equation. So that is the way you are supposed to solve. Okay. So I hope everyone remember what is Z transform for delta n function.
1, sir.
So it is 1. Correct. So similarly, if it is delta of n plus 1, then what is a Z transform for delta of n plus 1? Have you went across this type of things already? Yeah, I'm audible here. So I'm asking delta of n plus 1 is the transform formula. You know delta n means 1. What will you write for delta n plus 1? Because in the question it is L plus 1. If you know the formula, just you can substitute there, that's all.
Z,
Can anyone
sir.
tell me what is, how much Z?
Z, sir.
Z. Good. So we know the formula guys, delta of n plus 1, n plus 2 indicates Z square. Delta of n plus 3 indicates Z cube. So this part you remember, it will go so on. Okay now. So from this, for the corresponding question, we can pick delta of n plus 1. Am I clear? Delta of n plus 1. So it means Z, in here 1 by 2 is there. So 1 by 2 is kept constant, right? So directly I can write what? What you can write? So I hope you made this formula noted, right? So from this, we can implement the logic here. So we take only this first part. 1 by 2 delta of n plus 1. So 1 by 2 is constant. So delta n nothing but Z. So we got the first answer like this. So along with Z transform, they ask you to mention the ROC also. So now tell me where exactly your ROC lies. Yeah guys, where exactly the ROC lies?
For delta function, it's for the entire Z plane, sir.
Entire Z plane except infinity. Correct na? Except infinity, remaining all values, your ROC exists. Yes or no, yeah? So in the bracket, you need to make a comment. So ROC exists for the entire Z plane except Z is equal to infinity. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now out of 3 properties, so 1 property is done. So now look at this. So now tell me how it is, in which form it is? Which
E to
form
the
it
power
is?
n into u of n, sir.
So you can see the formula is having 1 by t to the power of minus n. But we have a formula for a power n. I think yesterday's class I told you how to do the things to make it as a power n. What I should make now?
Reciprocal of it, sir.
Good. So you can take 5 into, can I make it as 2 power n u of n?
Yes, sir.
So I hope you understood, right? See, there is no formula for a power minus n into u of n. The formula is for a power n into u of n. So even if we find minus n in this, we can reciprocal the factor and we can make it in the form of a power n. Yeah. So any of phi is kept constant. So now this is in the form of a power n into u of n. What is the formula, guys? What is the
1
formula?
by 1
1
a
divided
power
Good. 1
minus
divided
by
by 1 minus
a into z power minus 1.
a into z power minus 1. So according to question, a is what
Two.
now?
2
2. So this is going to become 2 z
z
raised
power
to
minus
minus 1. I hope you understood, right? How we got this? Just a formula recollection here is done. Now tell me where exactly your ROC lies.
z greater
ROC.
than 2, sir.
Yeah, Jayant?
Z greater than 2, sir.
Good.
greater than
So
2.
your ROC exists for z greater than 2 concept. I hope you have understanding, right? So the way to solve a Z transform formula if all together are given like this. So next last one is this. So now tell me how it is, in which form it is. In which form? A power n into u of minus n minus 1. So what is the formula? What is the formula?
Minus 1 by 1 minus a
It
into
is
z.
like, so you get minus 1 because you have the formula for minus a power n into u of minus n minus 1. Correct na? Yes or no, yeah?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So you hope you understood this. So if I take minus here, so remaining is 1 divided by 1 minus a is how much now? A is how much?
4,
4.
sir.
So it's 4 z raised to minus 1. So where exactly your ROC exists now?
Less than
ROC
4, sir.
exists for less than. Correct? So ROC exists for less than 4 concept. So do we got all the answers now for the individual given time domain? So can I write
Yes,
all
sir.
together in x of z? So at the end you conclude, therefore x of z is equals to, so the first answer is 1 by 2z. So plus is there, plus second answer is 5 divided by 1 minus 2 z raised to minus 1, and last answer is minus is there, so plus minus become minus here, right? So minus 1 divided by 1 minus 4 z raised to minus 1. So this is the way you're supposed to calculate a z transform for the given problem using a property condition. Is that okay? Is that okay,
Yes,
everyone?
sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Just a second. Yeah, audible here? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So we'll move on to next type of problem. Next question. So x of n is equals to n into n plus 1, n into n plus 1 into u of n. So the given sequence time domain is in the form of x of n equals n into n plus 1 into u of n. Okay. So if you find such type of problem in this, you just look at the question. See, there is no formula for n plus 1 into u of n. Correct? Is it not, guys? So we have a formula for n into u of n or n into x of n. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is the formula for n into x of n or n into u of n form? You need to apply your concept of which property?
Differentiation, sir.
Good. Differentiation you are supposed to apply. Correct. So in order to make that to that form, what can be made? Just observe the question and tell me. I want this x of n to be in the term of n into x of n or n into u of n form. Then only I can apply my property. Then you can solve the problem easily. But here it is in the form of n into n plus 1 into u of n. So what can be done?
We will multiply, sir.
Good. So you can do one option is multiply n inside. So it is going to become n square plus n. Actually, UPI ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Yeah. So multiply n. It's going to become n square plus n into u of n. Then still it is not in the form, right? So can I multiply my u of n here? So it is
Yes,
going
sir.
to become n square u of n plus n into u of n. So you got one term n into u of n, and similarly you got n square u of n. So in the previous class I went through with how to solve n square u of n. Do you remember? We need to solve n into u of n. Formula is there, that is differentiation. For that, again, if you multiply n means I should do double differentiation. Is that fine to everyone till here?
Yes,
Is that
sir.
fine? Yeah. So now how it was, and you look at how we made. So from here onwards, your property comes to picture. So anyhow, you know the formula for n into u of n directly. So apply that logic. Then for that answer, you want n square means I need to do one more differentiation. That will get me the answer, right? So let's move on. So what is n into u of n Z transform answer, guys? So I think you solved this yesterday. What was the answer you got?
Z
Yeah.
inverse divided by 1 minus Z inverse the whole square, sir.
Good. Z inverse divided by 1 minus Z inverse whole square. Correct na yaar? So or I can write this
Yes.
as what? Z divided by Z minus 1 whole square also. So both are same? Is it both are same? Is it fine, guys? Everyone, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
See, this you have solved, nothing new. Okay. So we have a formula for n into x of n as differentiation of x of z. So here it is u of n function. So in general it is 1 divided by z raised to minus 1. Since u of n is there, z raised to minus 1. If it is u of n plus 1 or n minus 1, this will be keep varying. The numerator will be keep varying. Okay. So now I got the answer for this. Similarly, I want answer for n square u of n also. So it means what? What we can do? I can make it as n into u of n. So n into u of n means this answer. For that, if I do differentiation, am I going to get n square u of n? Agree everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So just go back to this now. N square u of n. If you apply a z transform, the formula says minus z d by dz of this complete term. So is it correct? What I wrote? According to property of your z domain. Is this fine, guys? Is it how it
Yes,
looks?
sir.
So this is the answer what we got from n into u of n. So for that I am going to do one more differentiation. Yes, differentiate this, apply your u by v rule and tell me what is the answer. So you did yesterday, right? Same one. So denominator square, so it's going to become to the power of 4. Then 1 minus z inverse into differentiation of z raised to minus 1 minus z raised to minus 1 into differentiation of this. What is the answer? If you want, you can keep this in z by z minus a also or z inverse also. Whichever you feel comfortable, do with that. So if you're getting confused with how to take z inverse, so you convert that to z by z minus 1 whole square. You can do differentiation for this. That is also okay, not a problem. So both answers are same only. Yeah? Anyone got the answer? So let me keep minus z as it is. So what is the differentiation answer here? If you're done in inverse, tell me inverse. If you're done in z, you tell me in z. Yeah, guys. What's the answer, Jan?
Sir, I've got the final answer, sir. Multiplied with
After
z.
multiplying minus z also,
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me.
1 plus z inverse
1 plus z inverse
divided by z inverse
divided by z inverse.
into 1 minus z inverse the whole cube, sir.
Is it so?
Yes, sir.
So this is the answer for n square u of n. I hope everyone got till this step. So I hope the things are clear till here, everyone. So you just need to remember
Yes,
the
sir.
property. Which property you need to incorporate? If you remember, so the problems will become easier for you. So you hope by this time you got some idea how the properties problem will occur in Z transform. So now we got individual answer n square u of n and u of n. Don't end the problem here itself. The question is this. So I need to take this answer, I need to add this answer. So combination of that two, simplification is a conclusion of your x of z. Okay. So add this two and tell me what is the answer. Okay, let me write here only. Add that two answer, guys. So one answer, so x of z is equals to, so this last answer we got as 1 plus z inverse, 1 plus z inverse whole divided by z inverse into 1 minus z inverse whole cube. So you just convert this to z and tell me after adding what's the answer. So I need to add this with z raised to minus 1 divided by whole square. Correct? Add this to. So if you get confused with z inverse how to perform, you convert that 1 plus 1 by z, 1 by z into 1 by z. Everything you can make it in a z form and tell me what is the final answer. Check out, you are going to get, is it 2z square divided by z minus 1 whole cube? Is it what the answer you are going to get after simplification? Two z square divided by z minus 1 whole cube. Everyone done? Verify the answer here. Is it correct, Afrin? Bharat?
Doing, sir.
Anyone done? Check out the answer. So what I told, just convert that inverse in the form of Z, add it by taking LCM and check out, is it answer? Is it matching, Jan?
Sir, I'm still doing it, sir. Just a second.
Okay. Yeah, let's finish it off. Check out after simplification, is this answer? So what is the answer if this is in form of Z? So is it Z into Z plus 1 divided by Z minus 1 whole cube? So this side answer. So if you add this with Z divided by Z minus 1 whole square, so you are going to get 2Z square divided by Z minus 1 whole cube. So this is the two individual answers. If you convert to Z, if you add this two, you are going to get this answer. Just verify once and check out and tell me, is it right or wrong?
Yes, sir, it's correct, sir.
The others, is it fine to everyone? See the inverse, what we did, I just converted to in the form of Z. So it is like this, Z into Z plus 1 divided by Z minus 1 whole cube. Similarly, this is Z by Z minus 1 whole square. So you will feel comfortable with Z instead of Z inverse means do like this, get the answer in this form. So I hope everyone got the answer. Is it matching with the answer what we wrote?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So shall I move on to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So go with next problem. Using appropriate properties of Z transform. What is the question? Using appropriate properties of Z transform. Find the Z transform for the following sequence. Using appropriate properties of Z transform. Find Z transform for the following sequence. X of n equals x of n equals n square into 1 by 3 to the power of n u of n minus 2. So this is a given question now. N square is there, 1 by 3 to the power of n is there, u of n minus 2 is there. So now tell me how many properties you have here.
3, sir.
So 3 properties, which are those?
Differentiation a power n
Differentiation
into
property will come when it is in the form of n into x of n. Correct na? So before
Yes.
that you need to make some manipulation such a way that you should get to use the property for this problem. So if you make to that form, then only you can solve the further. So a power n is also there. Yeah. What can be done? So directly you can't apply. See, we have a formula for a power n into u of n. So, but it is in the form of a power n into u of n minus 2. So first you need to calculate what is a power n into u of n form. Then you can take that n square and you can solve. Like how we did in the previous problem, n times of double differentiation. So what can be made? So what simplification we can make, guys?
The simplification with respect to u of n minus 2, sir.
Yes. So the simplification has to begin with u of n minus 2. See, a small change you can perform here. See, if I make plus or minus 2 for this n, do you think any change will happen? So if I write the things like this, see why I am adding plus or minus 2 only? Because of this n minus 2. If it is 3, plus or minus 3, okay, into u of n minus 2. So any changes from this to this, is it same?
Yes, sir.
Correct now. So from here,
Yes,
if this, see, concept is simple, guys. I can apply the formula if the factors are same. If the formula is a power n into u of n, I can write a formula. Or if the formula is a power n minus 2 into a power n minus 2, I can apply the formula. But now it is mixture of both. One is a power n, one is n minus 2. So in order to make it balance, we are trying to do this manipulation. I hope I made the things clear why I am doing this plus or minus 2 here. Everyone, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
So I told if this is n minus 1, here plus or minus 1 you should do. If it is 3, plus or minus 3. According to this u of n, you should play since this is n. Okay. So now tell me, can I make this 1 by 3 n minus 2 as one term and 1 by 3 to the power of square as one term? Can I?
Yes, sir.
So from that,
Yes, sir.
we will get an idea that it is in the form of u of n minus 2. So this is what you need to do at the beginning. Then remaining properties you can do, not an issue. So shall we continue? So you can rearrange this as n square into 1 by 3 whole square. Any of this is separate. So into 1 by 3 to the power of n minus 2 u of n minus 2. So now look at this. Is it all balanced now? I hope you got the logic why we did all this circus here.
Yes,
Is it
sir.
fine? Good. So now this is like a power n into u of n form. Only thing you should do, replace n with n minus 2. That's all. Correct now? So now tell me which one you can take. So can you take this as a function? Before that, we need to know the generalized form a power n into u of n. So according to that, it's 1 by 3 to the power of n u of n. So we will write a generalized formula for this first. Then we will replace what is n minus 2. What is the answer for this?
1 by 1 minus 1 by 3 z inverse.
1 by 1 minus 1 by 3 z inverse. So this is a formula what you can expect. Correct now? So now compare this with this. So I want n minus 2. So it means what? What will changes happen to my formula now? So denominator doesn't change. What is going to happen to my numerator now? Yeah, how we wrote delta n as 1, delta n plus 1 as z, n plus 2 z square z cube. Is it same concept here also? Yes or no, guys? Can I write 1 by 3 n minus 2 u of n minus 2 as z raised to minus 2 divided by 1 minus 1 by 3 z inverse? Is that possible? Shall I repeat
Yes,
what I
sir.
told? So I hope everyone understood, right? We have a generalized formula for a power n into u of n is 1 by 1 minus a z inverse. So since we know 1 by 3 is a value, we have substituted a as like this. But this is for n. But here what I want is n minus 2, n minus 2. So what is the formula? This denominator doesn't change. It will be keep adding with the numerator. If it is n minus 1, z inverse. N minus 2, z inverse of minus 2. N minus 3, z inverse of minus 3. I hope you got some idea now how to proceed. Everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. So because of that logic, so if I write that side, is it visible? Just check out, guys. So now I will want 1 by 3 to the power of n minus 2 u of n minus 2. So for this, if you compare, it look like z raised to minus 2 because of n minus 2. If it is minus 1, minus 1. If it is minus 3, minus 3. Okay. Whole divided by 1 minus 1 by 3 z raised to minus 1. So this is how it looks. I hope the things are clear to everyone. Is that okay, guys? Still here? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now look at here. See, anyhow, this 1 by 3 whole square, you can make it as 1 by 9. That is a constant term. You can throw it out. So 1 by 9, I am not going to touch anything. It's a constant. So now left out is n square into this complete term. Means what? How many times you should differentiate now?
Twice, sir.
Twice. So it means you can perform n into x of n. That complete term is your x of n now. Correct? Similarly, whatever answer you got for that, for after doing first differentiation, if you perform one more differentiation, you are going to get this answer. For that, just multiply 1 by 9. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So proceed, guys. So you can take this as x of 1 or x1 of z. So if you take this as x1 of z is equal to divided by 1 minus 1 by 3 z inverse. So now what is the factor we have is this. So from this, so directly let me write. So anyhow 1 by 3 whole square I get it as 1 by 9 into n square is there into x1 of z. So it means what? Whatever term you have to differentiate twice. So after first differentiation, how it looks? 1 by 9. Let me take n into, so n into this function. What's the formula? Apply the differentiation concept. Minus z into differentiation of
d by
this.
dz.
Yes. Check out this. Tell me what is the answer. So do separately because I can't mix time domain and z domain. I can't write n and z together. So do it for 1 first. So do it for 1. So minus z d by dz of this x of z. That is z raised to minus 2. 1 minus 1 by 3 z raised to minus 1. Yes. Differentiate this for the first time and tell me what is the equivalent answer. I hope everyone understood till here. So apply your differentiation concept u by v rule and let me know what is the answer for the first differentiation. So what type of property it is? Time differentiation property or z domain property, correct now? So minus z of that first differentiation. What is the answer? If you are getting confused with that, you can make it as I said, you can convert to z and you can solve. So can write as 1 by z square divided by 1 minus 1 by 3 z. You can solve like that and you can get the answer. Differentiate that and check out what is the answer. So this is for the first n. N into x1 of n form. So we actually want n square. So I'm going to keep one more n here. So n square x1 of n z transform. So minus z d by dz. So this is one more differentiation we should do. Before that, excuse. So I want this answer. How much is the first differentiation answer?
Sir, 2z minus 1 by 3 divided by
2z minus 1 by 3 Numerator, okay, whole divided by
Z into
Z into
Z minus 1 by 3 the whole square, sir.
whole square. So is it what? Everyone got the first differentiation answer? Is it clear till yet, everyone? So now we got one part of the answer. So next is what? I want to do one more differentiation to get the final answer of n square. So before that, is this okay to others? Is it what the same answer you got after doing the differentiation of that? Denominator square, then denominator into differentiation of numerator minus the numerator differentiation of denominator. So the formula of u by v rule, apply that and get me the answer. I hope you did this right. So denominator square 1 minus 1 by 3 z raised to minus 1 whole square in the denominator. Numerator 1 minus 1 by 3 z inverse into differentiation of this z raised to minus 2 minus z raised to minus 2 into differentiation of this 1 minus this. I hope the things are clear and you got this answer. Everyone. Is that okay, guys? So those who are done, do one more differentiation and tell me what is the final answer. So whatever answer you got, you need to do once more differentiation because it is n square. Check out and tell me what is final answer now. Others, have you got the same answer? What your friend told? Bharat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So differentiate this once more and check out what is the simplified answer. So anyhow it is z minus 1 by 3 whole square is there. So it becomes power 4 because it is denominator square. Yeah. Similarly, z becomes z square. Simplify and tell me the answer. Others, everyone doing or just simply copying the things to what we're writing here? If you have doubt, let me know. Any doubts, Tejas? Bhargavi? Chirag? Arshita?
Sir?
Any doubt here?
No, sir.
Ananya?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts, ma?
No, sir.
Okay. So finish off this and tell me what is final answer. Perform differentiation u by v rule for this thing and tell me what is the answer. Anyone got the answer? Let me know. See, try to follow the steps properly, guys. So write all the steps properly to get a full marks. Okay. See, don't have a mindset that open choice is there, we can pick whichever things you want. How the question paper will be, no one can predict, right? If you get a tough in the same model, then if you read only one or two model, you're going to be in a problem. So make sure you're having a sufficient model preparation before going to exam. Which module, which question, how it will come, we don't know. So they're given one lenience because of online class. So don't take that itself by preparing one module I will get to a subject. No, it's not at all possible for you people. Force them, guys. Am I clear what I told? So be alert. So one model, if they twist something and if he makes complex thing, then what he will do? So try to prepare the syllabus properly. So try to make use of the scoring part, not with the passing part. You need to score this time. Whatever the marks you lost in third semester, you need to gain it back with this option. That will happen if you prepare module wise, not by picking one model, two model for the exam. Am I clear, everyone? Got the answer? Is it done, Jan?
No, sir, I'm still on it, sir.
Okay, do it. So let me write the answer, just verify that, is it matching? So the answer says 4z cube minus 7 by 3 z square. Just verify your answer and tell me, is it matching? Plus 4 by 9z minus 1 by 27 whole divided by z into z minus 1 by 3 to the power of 4. So is it the answer? Check out. After doing a second differentiation and simplifying the terms, you are going to get 4z cube minus 7 by 3 z square plus 4 by 9 z minus 1 by 27 whole divided by z into z minus 1 by 3 whole power 4. Just verify your answer. Is it matching? Just check out and tell me. If anybody have doubts, let me know here. So this is how your problems will expect in your Z transform. So that's why I told give importance to Z transform chapter. You can easily score 40 marks here. You just need to remember the formulas and you need to know which property I need to apply and basics of your mathematics, a differentiation. Is it done? Check out the answer and let me know.
Yes, sir.
Is it matching, Jan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bharat?
I got different answers, sir.
What is the answer you got here?
4z power 4 minus 13 by 9z cube. I got like that, sir.
You just check out. See, actually here z power 4 will get, and here z square is there. I eliminated 1. That's why I got z at the numerator denominator. Is it okay? Just verify once more and check out. Others, Ananya, what is the answer here?
So solving the last step.
Pardon? Solving. Okay. Do it. Verify your answers. So this is what answer you're going to get for this particular problem. N square 1 by 3 to the power of n into u of n minus 2. So be careful of doing differentiation. That is where you do mistake. So just apply the differentiation of u by rule properly. Right? Even if you keep the things in z power 4 and here z square, both are same. So here I taken the things one z common, cancelled it out. That's why you got z at the numerator. So is that fine? Shall we move on to the next topic? Everyone verify this answer. If you have doubt, let me know. Just make a note of the answer first. So just do the differentiation properly and just cross check. Anybody else got the answer? Afrin? Aishwarya?
Yes, sir.
Is it matching here? Okay. So just verify this answer. Yeah, Bharat, just check out once more, yeah?
Yes, sir.
So just make a note of the answer. So I'm going to erase it off. So we'll move on to next theorem or next property called as initial value and final value theorem. So there is a small statement to be remembered in this. So then we can solve the problem here. Okay. So run the heading as initial value and final value theorem. Initial value and final value theorem. So here you just need to know the two conditions. If you remember that conditions, you can implement that directly to the problem and get the answer. Okay. Write on the question. So before writing a question, you just make a note. Note. Initial value condition exist. Initial value exist. So just make a note of this formula, guys. X of 0 is equals to, initially means it will be considered as 0. X of 0 is equal to, we are going to apply limit as z tends to infinity. Limit as z tends to infinity for your x of z term. For your x of z term. Whatever x of z you have with you, you just apply z as infinity and check out what is the answer. That will tell you the initial values. Similarly, for final value theorem, your condition will be if x equals to infinity, if you apply limit as z tends to 1, z tends to 1 into the formula. So you need to know these two conditions, guys, to solve the problem based on initial value and final value theorem. Okay. So just make a note of these two formula. Is it visible here? Everyone, is it visible what formulas are out?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So on this, I will just show you a simple problem, how it looks. Then we'll end the session. Okay. So run the question. What are the question? Find initial value and final value theorem for the following signal. Find initial value and final value for the following signal. So they are given x of z itself for you because the formula is involving x of z, right? So you should have x of z. Even though it didn't give means if x of n is given, you need to get to know how to get x of z. Just now we did know in the previous category. So that type problem also applicable. So from x of n, how to get x of z, you just know, understood. So after that, how to apply these two theorems, let me deal with this. So x of z is given as z minus 3 into z whole divided by z minus 1 into z minus 0.4. So if x of z is given like this, if they ask you to obtain initial value theorem and final value theorem, what you need to do? You just recollect the formulas what I told you. This one. So for initial value theorem, this is a formula, right? So write that formula, then implement the logic. So you need to apply a limit as z tends to infinity for x of z. What is x of z? So this complete term is x of z. So write the complete term. So apply limit as z tends to infinity and tell me what is the answer. If you apply directly like this, what is the answer is going to be?
Infinity by infinity.
Correct. So always remember, don't apply your direct z whichever in the form of z. So you need to make it in the form of what?
1 by z.
1 by
Very good. So 1 by z. So you convert that in the form of 1 by z, then apply limit as z tends to infinity. So if we convert that, how it looks, guys? How it looks after conversion?
1 minus 3 by z.
1 minus 3 by z in the numerator. Good. Denominator becomes
1 minus 1 by z into
1 minus 1 by z into 1 minus 1 by, sorry, 0.4. Huh?
0.4 by z.
So it's 0.4 by z. Is it clear to everyone what I told? So before applying any limit, you make sure it should be in this form. Otherwise, every time it will keep giving infinity only. So now can we apply z tends to infinity? Is this possible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now check out what is the answer for initial value theorem. What is the answer? Just check out and tell me. So if you apply infinity for everywhere, it is 3 divided by infinity, 1 divided by infinity, 0.4 divided by infinity. So I think it's 1 divided by 1. Answer is 1.
Yes, sir. 1, sir.
So we're going to get initial value as 1 for x of 0. Similarly, perform final value theorem, but only changes what, guys? You need to apply limit as z tends to 1 with this formula. Check out this and tell me what is the answer. Apply a final value theorem concept with this limit. So whatever question is there, x of z, you just multiply here, multiply that by. So how I can write this? See, since this is in the form of z, this is in the form of inverse, how I can convert this in the form of z? Nothing but z minus 1 by z.
Yes, sir.
So this
Yes,
into
sir.
that term, apply limit as z tends to 1 and check out what is the answer. So just write here limit z tends to 1. So this I can write it as z minus 1 by z. So this term into x of z is a complete term. So z minus 3 into z whole divided by z minus 1, z minus 0.4. So apply your logic as z tends to infinity. Sorry, z tends to 1.
Sir, final answer is minus 1 by 0.3, sir.
Okay, so you can see here z minus 1, z minus 1, z get cancelled. So left out is z minus 3 divided by z minus 0.4. Correct? Huh?
Yes, sir.
So if you apply as z tends to 1, what is the answer you told, Jan?
Minus 1 by 0.3, sir.
Minus 1 by 0.3.
Yes, sir.
So is it 10 by 3? Check out.
Yes,
So
sir.
left out is limit z tends to 1. So what is left out? I am going to write here z minus 3 divided by z minus 0.4. So apply z is equals to 1 here and tell me what is the answer. How much?
Minus 10 by 3, sir.
Yeah. So we're going to get minus 10 by 3 as answer for x of infinity. Means this is for final value theorem. I hope you got the logic what you should do whenever such type of problems is asked. Once it is initially 0, once it is z tends to 1. Am I clear till here to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So you just take this problem, you finish off this. So then next class you can go with some other topic. So you solve this. X of z is equal to 1 plus z raised to minus 1, 1 minus 1 by 2 z raised to minus 1 into 1 plus 3 the remains. So is it visible? So I want you to solve this problem same way. Initial value, final value theorem, and check out what is the answer. So just make a note of the question. Written here, everyone?